Tonight on the Kudlow Report, President Obama took his town hall health care defense to Montana today and blamed TV coverage and insurance companies for all his problems in selling the government takeover. Check this out.
I know there's been a lot of attention paid to some of the town hall meetings that are going on around the country, especially when tempers flare. TV loves a ruckus.
Yeah, TV loves a ruckus. He also wants to tax rich people, and he continues to fall behind in the polls. So, can Republicans ride this protest to a congressional victory in 2010? We have an all-star panel to discuss it all. Plus, power, money, and sex. Bernard Madoff's mistress comes clean. But will 20 years of pillow talk dig up any more dirt on his multi-million-dollar Ponzi scheme? And the new bull market took a breather for the day and the week, but pullbacks are healthy. And today's numbers show rising production with zero inflation, real wages going up, along with productivity and profits. I am sticking with the new bull market story. Fasten your seatbelts, everybody. The Kudlow Report begins right now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Larry Kudlow. Welcome back to the Kudlow Report, where we believe free market capitalism is the best path to prosperity. Well, it ain't exactly free market capitalism to me. That is the threatened government takeover of health care. But President Obama was out and about in Montana today trying to make the sale. NBC's Steve Handelsman has the full report. Hello, Steve.
Larry, thanks. Good evening. You know, Democrats, his Democrats, have been taking a drubbing. But President Obama's aides say no Democrat does a better job of selling health care reform. Nobody does better, they say, than encountering critics than the president himself, and he had a high-profile chance in Montana. He also had a chance to reformulate his health care reform plan into insurance reform, which is what he's been trying to do, saying, and now quoting, that he doesn't want government bureaucrats making health care decisions for Americans. Neither, he said, to applause, does he want insurance company bureaucrats making health care decisions. Here's the president in Montana.
We are held hostage at any given moment by health insurance companies that deny coverage or drop coverage or charge fees that people can't afford at a time when they desperately need care.
And this is a guy who said that TV loves a ruckus. No doubt that's true. But there was really no ruckus in this town hall, no yelling, but there was a guy who actually did get up and use the term bull to the President of the United States after they discussed cable TV news. Here's Randy Rafferty from Montana.
I believe in our Constitution, and it's a very important thing. I also get my news from the cable networks because I don't like the spin that comes from them other places.
Oh, you gotta be careful about them cable networks, though. That's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead with your question.
We keep getting the bull. That's all we get is bull. You can't tell us how you're going to pay for this. The only way you're going to get that money is to raise our taxes. You said you wouldn't.
You are absolutely right that I can't cover another 46 million people for free. But let's assume it costs about $30 billion a year over 10 years. We do have to come up with that money. When I was campaigning, I made a promise that I would not raise your taxes if you made $250,000 a year or less. That's what I said. But I said that for people like myself who make more than that, there's nothing wrong with me paying a little bit more in order to help people who got a little bit less. That was my commitment.
President Larry got a lot of applause out there in Montana, a place with two Democratic senators right behind him, and he kept referring to him, Max as Max Baucus. The top Democrat in the Senate Finance Committee was putting together a deal. Incidentally, his partner, Chuck Grassley of Iowa, is the one who yesterday or day before kind of validated these unfounded rumors of death panels. So that should be an interesting get-together when the August recess is over and Max and Chuck get back together here in the U.S. Senate. The president tomorrow holds another town hall, Larry, in Colorado. His goal, it's pretty clear, is to get Americans to feel health care reform is both urgent and doable, and to counter his critics who say, let's slow down. Larry.
Hey, Steve, just a factual point. Do you know if Senator Max Baucus has completely agreed with Senator Grassley to pull out the elderly counseling that some people have called death boards?
I don't know, but you know, they're savvy senators, and when something has got as bad a name as that, after all, their original idea over in the House was simply to fund one appointment every 5 years, no more, with a doctor, so an individual, a family could sit down and discuss end-of-life things. That's not a big deal. They're sure to get rid of it. I would say in the House side, too, because it's got such a bad name.
All right, Steve Handelsman, thank you ever so much. So,
welcome.
Is President Obama doing himself any good traveling around the country? Let's go to CNBC contributor, former Clinton White House aide Keith Boykin, CNBC contributor and syndicated columnist Jerry Bowyer, Democratic strategist Liz Chatterton, and DeRoy Murdoch, nationally syndicated columnist with Scripps Howard News Service. Hello, everybody. So let me get this right. Attacking TV, attacking insurance companies, attacking rich people. Jerry Bowyer, does President Obama look strong or weak? Is he defensive or offensive here?
Completely defensive. He's completely on the defense, and he should be on the defense. And he's going to continue to be on the defense. By picking this fight with Sarah Palin about these end-of-life, Keith, you can scoff all you want, but in my experience, when someone laughs at someone else's ideas because they can't refute them. Keith, have you read Section 1233 of this legislation, which mandates every 5 years a doctor be compensated for having this end-of-life counseling, and mandates that they specifically mention hospice care, and mandates that they specifically mention the benefits of hospice care? Have you read that, Keith?
Jerry, I'm so disappointed.
That's a good
after
thing.
Everybody has discredited this rumor. That
have you read that section, Keith? It's a yes or no question.
First of all, there are 5 different bills. Not one of them has been approved or endorsed by the president.
HR 3200.
Let me finish.
Have you read that
there's
section?
Nothing
Yes
about a
or
death
no?
panel. The words death panel don't appear anywhere in there except for Sarah Palin's rhetoric. And the reality is that both Sarah Palin and Chuck Grassley supported end-of-life voluntary